Hello everyone, you are watching the podcast of the Russian House, the podcast about trends, discoveries, achievements, and traditions of the Russian-speaking world. Russian culture has won the hearts of many foreign students in Russia. Some of them decide not only to look at it, but also enrich it. Today we will talk about this with the members of the musical collective Sounds of Dreams from Zambia.
Hello, hi.
Hi, how you doing?
So, you came to Russia to get an education. Why exactly to Russia, and how difficult was it to change your life for this?
Well, yes, we did come here to study in Russia, and it was not so easy to adapt to the new weather, especially because it was very cold when we came. It was freezing, so it was very hard because usually in our country, our winter is 10 degrees and plus, and here we just found like -1, 0 degrees. It was just really, really, really hard for us to adapt to. So it was challenging, but it was nice as well because we wanted to see the snow, play in the snow. So it was amazing. It was a good.
My experience coming here and why Russia was because the first thing I've always wanted to see snow. That's the first thing that has always got to my mind. And the moment we came here, it turned out to be very, very cold. And I no longer wanted to leave here. I wanted to go back home. But with time, I got used to everything. And generally speaking, I think Russia has been a country where I've learned about it and I've wanted to visit it, but I wouldn't say it was one of my favorite places to visit. But after coming to this place, I tend to love it. And when we were at the Russian house in Lusaka, when we got to learn about things about Russia, new things about Russia, the interest kept on growing more and more, and that's how we found ourselves here.
Do you listen to modern Russian music? Is there a certain genre that you are crazy about? Which of the songs do you like?
Well, I won't say much because Makedran has said most of it, but when we were at the Russian house in Lusaka, our director exposed us more to knowing the Russian culture, because she said you cannot go to a country minus knowing more about that country. And we got to learn more, like the songs, the movies. And I remember we did some movies. We did what Carnival Night. We did Carnival Night. We did and Mitel, yeah, is it Mitel? And we both took part. Like in Carnival Night, I took part. I was the magician. I played the role of a magician, and Mark Adrian was also taking an important role. I've forgotten which role he took. And it was so interesting. It was so very, very, very interesting, and that really pushed us into getting more and more interest about coming to Russia and just learning the Russian culture.
Is it difficult to learn the lyrics of the song? Is there any kind of life hack for other foreigners who want to sing Russian songs?
I feel they should. If they can, I feel if they can speak English, it's easier to write them like in the same Roman letters or something, so that they can read. But in other languages, I don't know. Probably, maybe they should try to translate the song and understand what the song is all about, and then probably they will try to find a connection with the song, and they would probably learn it more and listen to it all the time. Even as you are doing some other things, just listen to it. Yeah.
How did you come to create an entire group? How difficult was it to gather the members?
Well, for I believe for every dream to become a reality, for every dream to happen, you have to have the right people around you, and you have to have the right company, and the people who have the same drive as you, and the people who have the same, I would say, interest as you do. So I remember at the Russian Center, I used to sing a lot. I began singing Russian songs alone, but as time went by and we received new students, I noticed that the people that I have here with me now, Winga, Vanessa, Rhoda, unfortunately she couldn't make it, and to mention a few of my other friends who had this drive of music in them, it was easy to see that this person has such an interest. They all drive to be so creative. Because Winger, I'm sure he will mention afterwards, he has a lot of other things apart from his music intellect. He does comedy, so it was a group of what I call gruppa mечты. That's what I wanted. I call it a group of dreamers. It's a group of dreamers that we formed together to make this dream happen, and hence we made the group name called Sounds of Dreams, because our dream was to be put in a sound that everyone can understand, because sound doesn't need a language. Sound doesn't need any type of language for someone to understand. So it wasn't easy, of course, because sometimes we tried with people, but they just wanted to be there maybe for one song. They really don't like singing that much. But then we made a group that we believe will go on for many years, because it's a group of people that have one interest. So it was nice.
So you took part in the project Поем на кухне всей страной. How were you not afraid of the scale of such a show, and how did you get there?
I believe for this one, everyone will have to say something, because it was a very, very unexpected thing that we experienced. So I remember we were on, we had been posting our content, because even before Poem na Kухne, we used to perform around Russia in different places, cafes. So afterwards, we noticed that there was a what's it called? Объявление. There was an объявление for Поем на кухне всей страной, and they invited us for casting, where we went and sang some songs, African songs as well, at Ostankino station. But it was very, very, very scary, because when we reached there, we found long queues of people. They were standing waiting, and we thought it was only us who were going to be there that day. And I remember it was mixed emotions. We didn't know whether we were going to make it. So it was unbelievable. Before I go on to the later stages of the competition, maybe Winga wants to say something about just the start of the whole thing, Vanessa, as well.
Yeah. So start with, Russian songs are not easy to learn, because Russian language is самый сложный язык в мире. And well, just us performing it, trying to perform it, like being called to say there's this competition going on and it's going to be like the whole Russia. And then we are just people like from Zambia, and then we're invited, something that we never expected. It was something out of our control. But I liked the way, as a team, the way we collected ourselves and we said, no, guys, we can do this. Let's try to do this. And then we went through. So when Makendra told me that there's something going on, there's this competition going on, and this is the amount of money, at first we sat down and we said, guys, okay, let's not do it for the money, but let's do it because this is who we are. We like to perform, we like to sing. Like me, I can sing, I love acting, I love comedy, I do comedy. Makendra does acting, he can sing. Vanessa she's an actor, she can sing, and so on and so forth. And it was just a thing of, we want to do this. So it was really mind-blowing. Like till today, I think I will never forget the moment, from the time everything started, the time we went there. We actually went with the casting in our costumes, and we were supposed to change from there, but we went in our costumes because we thought just only us and everything. It was an amazing experience, of course, funny and good, had ups and downs, but at the end of the day, it turned out so amazing, and it's changed our lives in a lot of ways.
How did your family react to your participation in the show and your passion for Russian music?
They just couldn't believe it, because the time I told them that there's this competition that's going on, they thought maybe it's just something very small. Because even at the time we started Wildlife, we thought it was going to be it's not going to be as much as we expected it. Like, we just thought it's just, But the way it turned out to be, my mom couldn't believe it. My mom actually said, I want to get a ticket and come to Russia so that whenever people are cheering you, Winga, Winga, and then I'll be like, that's my son, that's my son. You know, she felt so proud, and it was so unbelievable, so unbelievable. Till today, they do not believe, because we've just been here for a year in Russia. And the time we started the competition, we're not even a year old in Russia, but everything just changed so quick and fast.
Does music bring you any income? What interests do you have besides it? What do you do for a living?
Okay, so maybe I can start. Then the rest will follow. Other than music, I love acting. Like, I really love acting. I love acting. I love comedy. I do comedy. I've got a following of 4,600 people on Facebook, and that's really good. And someday I pray I should feature in a very big movie, regardless of which movie it is. And I would want to start with the Russian movie. You know, even if they just tell me to say one phrase, one word, to say da in that movie, just say yes, I don't mind, because it's something that I really, really love doing. And yeah, so it's singing, acting, comedy, and yeah, I don't know about my friends, they'll say for themselves.
Should I be next to Mark?
Yes, Vanessa, please.
Okay, so I love makeup aside from singing and acting. I love makeup very much. Even when I'm stressed, I love to do makeup. Like, it's just like a stress reliever for me. I love to dance. And I just hope that, for me, my biggest dream is, because I know already the school that I'm at will help me reach the level I want to be as an actress, and probably as a singer as well. But I also want to venture my makeup side of me to be like also something very big. I want to have my own beauty place and whatnot. I just want to have, after a very, very stressful day, I want to be relaxing in my own beauty parlor and just have, that moment time of being a lady and whatnot, doing my makeup and just relaxing. So yes, aside from music, dancing, singing, acting, because my school is very stressful. I like work the whole day. So whenever I have time, I just love to do makeup and sing with my friends, just like random songs that would just calm me down, not rehearsing for anything, just singing just to be happy. That also makes me happy.
Do you know anyone from your country or another maybe who follows your steps in singing Russian music?
The musical director, actually, our creative director, Nina Dubikovskaya, she visited us here recently. The students at the Russian Cultural Center in Lusaka have been saying that they're looking up to us because they watched Poem, kухне. They were supporting us all the way from Zambia, and they were really saying, they have been saying, we want to be like them. We hope that we can also be like them. They send us messages of love. They were sending us messages of support. So it was really amazing, because as we were thinking, well, we're doing this, maybe a lot of people are not noticing. But when we received such messages, it just even felt better we felt better about ourselves. It was just something that's amazing. And what we told them was, first and foremost, like Winga said, Yanina Dobekovskaya exposed us to a lot of Russian culture, Russian songs, Russian foods, everything to do with Russia. So for them, what I would have to say, the advice is, they should fall in love with Russia before they even come here. Because once they do that, it's going to be very easy for them. Because when people talk to us and they find out that we've watched all these movies, we can talk about Russian songs with them. Everyone feels happy. You're like, oh, how do you know that song? That's just because we fell in love with the culture. We chose to integrate like this. So the advice that I would give anyone who's looking up to us is, first and foremost, thank you, because we are humbled. We didn't expect this, and just fall in love with the place before you get there, and do all you can without putting a focus out of it, but just do it because you love it, not because you're expecting something in return. That's the advice that I would give to anyone out there looking forward to after us.
Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you, Vinga. Thank you, Mac.
You're welcome. Thank you very
It
much
was
for
glad
having
to
me.
meet
You're
you.
welcome.
I'm humbled, hoping to you from
It
you
was
guys.
really nice to meet you as well.
Yeah,